Hello, all, namaste. This is Gilles Mancillon, and I thought I'd come again today to continue this brief discussion, to conclude this discussion on the light of the soul. Of course, those ideas are just ideas; they're just thoughts to inspire you, to guide you, or to show you certain potential that you may not have yet discovered. But no one can ever show you this light of the soul. This light is inner light, is your inner light, and only you can discover your inner light. And no, this inner light can never be manifested on the outside, on the outer world, outside of the possibility where someone is extending his inner light around you. But it is a very powerful force. It is a white light, and you are made of this white light. We are all made of the substance, the material substance of the earth, and the light of the sun, and they combine and they make us become who we are as physical being. And so within this white light there is all light. And so, but in the earth, we're in the outside world, we only see a very, very short spectrum of that frequency. And so there is a light that is very useful to use as well. It is the golden white light of the soul, the light of Christ. And on that context, the Christ is not just an individual or a master. It is the energy of teaching spirituality. It is the energy of unconditional love. It is the highest frequency of love that can be expressed and shared in the human planes. And so it is a very powerful light. It is the gold light is a transdimensional substance that has a magical function. It cannot be expressed or described. It can only be experienced. There is also another aspect of the light that I wish to speak about. It is black light. There is a number of souls that have dedicated themselves to work against the white light, against the plan of creation. Of course, everybody that works against creation is part of the plan of creation, and so you can never work against creation, but you can work against yourself or against others. But this black light is being pushed into the human consciousness to create false truths, false illusions of truth. And so, but it does not resonate with the heart. And so those illusions, if you connect to your heart, you can verify the value of anything that comes to you in terms of vision or ideas or thoughts. And so there is also beautiful lights, higher aspects of light that I really enjoy is the ruby light. It is a very, very powerful light, and as well as the diamond light. Those are very, very powerful light frequency, but they should not be used on others. You can ignite it within yourself to crystallize your consciousness, or to get. But you need to reach a certain level of purity to even see the diamond light. But it is not something that you want to use on someone else, even if you can have certain comprehension on how to use this light, because it might crystallize situation or eternalize situation you wouldn't want to be eternalized, because so you want to use it with a great deal of discrimination. You can use the white light, the violet flame, the violet light, or the green light, with great ease. Eventually this light will become your light body. It will turn into a light form where you can evolve within. And at this point, the soul and the spirit will create a new connection, soul and spirit fusion. And so that will give you a sort of passport to paradise, so to speak. And so, but if the fusion does not happen while you live on the earth, you can be confident that if you desire to continue to grow in your spirituality, it will be happening in the higher planes of the universe. Of course, there is certain essential understanding about light. Light is information. So when you think of something, when you have clarity on any kind of subject, it means that you're touching on the light somewhere. And so light is each ray of the light is active intelligence, and they possess their own intelligence, their own qualities and virtues. And so we're going to learn to use different light rays for different purpose. It is something that we're going to need to work on to become more comfortable. And also another point about light is that even a tiny minuscule light is able to illuminate a dark room. So that means that the light is or will always win over darkness. Darkness can only create shadow illusions to create interference, to create delays, but it doesn't have any real substance. So light is the only thing that will ever give you true substance. It is always connected to love, but it's the same thing, different side of the same coin. Light is also a bridge to a higher dimension. There is a rainbow bridge that will unfold before you to ascend into higher planes. And so once you realize that, you may be able to use those stepping stones to those steps to acclimate yourself to the different level of consciousness, level of reality that is appearing before you. And very much this in truth, light is a non-spiritual essence of deity, of God. I was kind of confused the first time. I always thought of light as something spiritual, but no, it is only a bridge between matter and spirit. For spirit is beyond that which is light. But that being said, the Isle of God is called the Eternal Isle of Light and Life. So life, although on Paradise light is very different, it is much more refined it is completely different. There is no let's say that the central universe and Paradise is somewhat of a different nature than the universe of universes, but we need to acclimate ourselves to various levels of higher light and then higher integrate spiritual teachings before we allow entrance into this eternal universe. But it is part of the divine plan, and so everybody will be lucky enough to go through it. Hopefully not too long. Some people will take longer to discover those things, but it doesn't matter. Life is eternal. And so I'll finish with a little story about the light body. Is that when a master, if you meet a Zen master, a Buddha, an immortal, somebody that has ascended, who still live in a physical plane, whenever you get in contact with this person, your life will be transformed, changed, upgraded. It's like because this master is expanding always his light body to get in communication with those they encounter. And that was the case for Master Jesus when he was here on this earth plane. His light body was extremely powerful, and all his disciples were always communicating to him through that frequency. And at some point he got crucified, as we know. And so for 3 days his consciousness was departed from the earth. Then he resurrected, but for those 3 days this light body was gone, and so all his disciples were completely lost. They were like all the reality, truth and beauty and goodness that they've experienced with in company of that master. Even when he wasn't there, his love was still with them, so they were always like supported by that energy. And all of a sudden he was gone, so they all had to like, oh, I don't know this guy, who was he? I forgot. And so because they didn't have created their own light body yet, and so they couldn't sustain that light, and so but everything find its place, everybody regained his mastery, all his disciples achieve fusion and enlightenment, and so in a way that it was meant for each soul, of course, but it is just to say that you can use your if you don't have your light body but you want to visit the higher dimension, you can ask your guide to expand their light body to you, and so you will be able to use their light body to the light frequency to help you create connection with other dimensions. But you have the power to create this light body. It is a matter of wanting it, of wishing it, of asking for it, of applying yourself in relationship to love, wisdom, goodness, truth, beauty, and all of those things that makes you that is the higher aspect of the self. I will come back to continue this discussion. Of course, this is just a few ideas, a few thoughts that I thought to share. But there is, of course, this will lead maybe to a few discussion about soul family, soul mates, soul connections, and those deep things. That is also an important aspect, and many people are beginning to open and understand. This light of the soul is becoming very, very present with every human being, and so it is easy to find it if you just search for it. If you look for it inside of you, you will see that there will be new experiences that your soul will send to you. I thank you very much, and I wish you a very nice day. Thank you very much. Namaste.